Hi, this is Songjun. Um, so the final page that would be encoded will be look like this. Look like this. It's got its title, CGT 141, and its logos, and the list with the white hovers above it, and there are two. They're like basically divided into three big divisions. The first one is the top, this navigation bar. The second one is the content, which is in the middle. At the bottom, I divided this into footer, and it's got three different columns with the different information. And now I'm going to show you how my coding worked and what each coding means. So at the beginning I told you that I have divided into three different divisions, which is called division navigation, nav, and division content, and footer here. Let me just rearrange it so that you can see it clearly. So the first step is to set them into different IDs and classes so that I can change it in CSS. And the title, CGT 141, and the source is downloaded from the instructor's website, and I put it into the same file which the index is in it. And this is the navigation list. Home, CGT 141 practical exam semester is over. They don't actually have the link, but because this is empty, but actually it has the function. Yeah. And the second division is content, which contains contact forms and video. I used form to create the input boxes and send button. Yeah, these are the codings, and I divide this part into two different parts because there's supposed to be a border between here, I guess, and then yeah, and then I also set ID and classes so that I can change the style in CSS. Yep. And here's a video, H2, which is applied here, and and there's a in frame with the video. I got the embedded source from YouTube. I just copied from there. And then yeah, that's it for division 2, division content. And the last division was footer. Yeah, I divided into three different columns because there are two borders in the center. but yeah. Then I set those headlines, those similar headlines, into same class headlines, so that I don't have to change its CSS every time when I want to make it either white or how big it is. And also small text. I divided. I put this piece into small text class because of the same reason that I talked about just now. And there's a border top and border bottom with the quote, just like we covered in class. Yeah. And this is the background image source, which I set the ID into BG so that I can set the size for background. And let me jump into CSS. And this box sizing means that box sizing border box means all the contents will be formed in this border box. It will not stretch outside the box. And this there was actually default margin at the top, so I just use margin 0 to make it just background image. And then I just told you that I set the navigation bar into nav ID so that I can change these settings. Margin top is this gap, and then border top, which is border top is the gap between these text and the border. And border top color is this gray solid line. And these are the same because they're all gray and solid. And height was 100 pixel, which is this length. And then BG BG ID, and this was positioned fixed so that it won't crash. Then I put width with 100%, also to not make the background like crush. Then what did I say with me? This mid class was to set these text into this kind of box thing. So this would make this width 60% width will make these text into the 60% part of the background. And then margin 0 auto will centralize the text. And navigation H1 this one comes to this one, this part, which is the same, so that I can set the position something similar to this in the middle to match them. And the logo, I put float left so that it will start from left. And UL, I put float right so that it starts from right side of the home page. And these lists have no text decoration because when they're clicked, they don't have any effects or something when it's clicked or when the mouse is on the button. And this border top would make this solid line above these lists, and there's font sizing. All these coatings will make non-decoration thing, but there's one hover active thing when it's when the mouse is on the buttons. It will appear, it will make an orange solid line will appear on above the lines of the list. And that's pretty much about navigation bar. And then you can jump into content ID, which I also set the width with 60% of the home page size. And then margin 0 auto, that will make all these contents into the center of the home page. And background color was these, so that it will become dark gray. And this is the height, 450 pixel. And margin top 50 pixel is the gap between this border bottom and the top of the content part. And this coding will make this, because I divide these divisions into two parts, so this will make this would give them 50% of this box's size, so it will split into two same sized boxes, and they will all float left from the left side. And the padding 40 pixel is for this gap between the left side of the box and the contents. Yeah, this one's the easy one. The contact. This one is for making contact forms text to be white. And form was to make these text also white, and they're in inline block so that they're in the same line. Yeah. In input, I put the size of the input boxes and their margin bottom 20 pixels, this gap, and background color also gray, and border color was to create the depth between the input boxes and the background color. And the scent was classified with different ID so that it would become orange, and different radius, different border type. With the border radius 50 pixel, it had round shape, and it's also got font weight with bold type, and right side of the, and this one means right side of the text are all white, and that's all about content CSS. And the last part was the footer. This is also classified as a different ID. This one was also set with 60% of width and margin to make them centralized into the boxes, each boxes, and the background color was this one. This is the same as the color of this one, and I also applied height so that it has the specific height, and there's a margin top 40 pixel is this gap between the content box and the footer box. And this one means that in all the divisions that are in the footer ID, they will be all applied because they're in the same ID. And I put width 33.33% of the these orange box, and I also put float left so that it will start from left side of the box, and this padding is the gap between these content and the end of the boxes. And these headlines are 3 columns. The semester is done. I am amazing. They're all in white. Their margin bottom is 10 pixel. The 10 pixel is supplied to here, here, here. This F is for find out more. It also got border radius with 15 pixels, and yeah, this is the font size and the color with white. Background color was the same as this one, dark gray. I also gave the width and height so that it has the similar size as instructors, and it's got margin top of 20 pixel, which is applied here. Yeah. And quote is this one, just like we covered in class. And they're all in white. The border top 2 pixel solid. This one. Border bottom is 2 pixel solid, and they all got this one got padding 10 pixel. It's between this one and this one. And border color was a lighter orange. And this column 2 was this box, which is really clear because I separate them into 3 different columns. So, and there's a special thing I put in only for this column, because I put border left and border right, so that it visually separates these three different columns. So it has 1 pixel solid borders to each side of the box. And this one makes the solid line to become transparent, a little bit transparent. Yep. This over is also, this is applied to, this class is now over, and H2 was for this one, which I didn't change any colors because it looked just fine. And this is the last part that I put in when I was coding it. This I part is from awesome font, awesome font, I guess. It was for this small little things. I got 4 different fonts from awesome font. This one was actually, they're in source code. So here's a video. Before this, I put this iClass FA video camera. This was just a logo thingy that is actually font, and this was applied because I put CSS application in inside the heading here, right here. Yeah. This will help these logos to appear on the website. And this one too. This one these 3 were applied into the website with the same method. Yeah, and that's it.